to the press conference. Today we are joined by 100 Thieves. If you have a question for any of the players or coach, please use the Zoom hand raise feature. And as a gentle reminder, please keep all questions relevant to the tournament and the teams. First question goes to Declan at Deserto.
Hi guys, sorry for the loss. My question's for Mike's. I know you'll probably have a better answer once you get back and watch the tape on the team, but what are kind of some of your immediate takeaways from this event?
Obviously, like coming in, we decided to try some different things structurally just to see, because later on in the year, obviously the goal is to make Masters Tokyo and then Champs. So now is still a good time to work things out, figure out what we exactly want structure-wise in our team. I think we have a pretty good idea already going back which things we can keep between Red Bull when we played in that, and then things that we tried out here. Some things work, some things don't work. So we'll have a pretty level-headed approach and we'll be regular or ready for the regular season.
Thank you. Next question from Diogo at VLRGG.
Hey guys, really tough loss today. I've got just a question for Stellar. What weak points did you see that Fnatic were able to exploit that eventually led to your loss?
Weak points. I mean, I think they just had a really good game plan for the most part on Fracture, since we haven't really seen each other play it. They just came in and just played their own game, right? And we didn't really do well to adapt, or at least we did our best. But they're a really good Fracture team, so shout out to their game plan. And then we had a bunch of Icebox footage, so looking back at it now, I could tell that they definitely played for some of the things that we like to do, like planning B, like we like to plant B like pretty often. So they were literally dumping like tons of util on where we like to plant. They'd over rotate, they'd flood rotate. So I think it was mainly just a game plan thing from them that really led to them winning.
Thank you. Next question from Brian at Nerd Street.
Hi, this question is for Stellar. I noticed that you tweeted out, as well as a couple of your teammates, that you thought this was an embarrassing performance. What do you think you need to do better next time when you come up against, maybe a team like Fnatic or another team of that caliber? What do you think you need to do better?
I think we just needed a better prep time. Ultimately, I think we have all the correct pieces of our team. I think we could be just as good, if not better than them, given we had better prep or maybe just thought over a few more things coming into the tournament overall. But yeah, I mean, my tweet was mainly just my own personal performance. I don't think our team performance was embarrassing.
Thank you. Next question from Rohan at Esports GG.
Hello guys, sorry for your loss. This question is again for Stella. You guys didn't have a great Fracture and an Icebox. The first half was pretty disappointing as well, but then you guys made a really good comeback in the second half. Was there anything specific that you guys changed in your approach to the game that led to that second half?
Not too much. I think we were just really good at adapting. We were all still communicating. We knew the comeback was possible the entire time. I mean, we trusted each other and we just relied on communication and teamwork. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question from Scott.
Thank you. This question is for Coach Mike's. You guys did really well on Fracture at Red Bull home ground. You guys went 3 for 3, and so that was a pick for you guys today. It obviously did not go your guys' way. What would you say was a big difference between your performance today and previous times you played that map?
Obviously, it was like entirely different meta. So just because you're good on a map in previous meta doesn't mean you're going to be in the future. But I think Fnatic just had a really good game plan that we couldn't really disrupt as much as we'd like. It felt like, at least on their attack, they could pretty much control the pace as they wanted, and then they just had a really good post-plant comp. So that was definitely hard to deal with.
Thank you. Scott, did you have another question?
Yes, I did. Speaking of meta, I did have one question for Cryo. Obviously, a big adjustment for you has been moving away from being a chamber main. We saw a lot of Omen from you this tournament, which is something that's been different from the past. What you want to give us your overall thoughts on playing Omen this tournament? If you think this is something that is going to continue to be viable long term, and if you think there's any changes need to be made.
I guess my overall thoughts are
pretty willing to play whatever that our team needs. And we all have like pretty much like a group discussion on what comp we want, and I'm pretty willing to play whatever we need. So
Thank you. Next question from Declan at Deserto.
Hi again. This one's for Derek. Memes are kind of already going up on Twitter about North America's performance, and nobody's in the semifinals from the region. Just wondering if you think this is really indicative of anything from North America, or it's just kind of how the tournament shook out.
I don't really think it's indicative. I mean, tournament is like a show tournament, and I mean, yeah, and they got knocked out kind of early, but I mean, NRG did go the distance versus Loud, so I think with a little bit more prep time, you know, NA can do well at Tokyo, or Americas can do well at Tokyo.
Thank you very much. Final call for questions. All right, that concludes our press conference with 100 Thieves today. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the press conference. Today, we are joined by Fnatic coming off of their victory against 100 Thieves. If you have a question for any of the players or coach, please use the Zoom hand raise feature. And as a quick reminder, please keep all questions relevant to the tournament and the team itself. First question from Brandon at Esports GG.
Thank you. Congratulations on the win. I'll ask this to Boaster. In the Navi press conference, Zipan responded to a question about whether he would prefer to face Fnatic or 100 Thieves instead of match against Fnatic would be rather boring since they already beat you twice on stage as FPX. So I just would like to know if you have a response to that, if you think a match against Navi would be boring at all, or if you're excited to face another EMEA team before the league kicks off.
I think it was only once. Yeah, I think it was only once, and this time we're bringing a new roster. We got more firepower, and we got more preparation and more. Actually, we ain't got more preparation, but we got more firepower. And yeah, I mean, I'm ready. Like, bring it on. Zipan's got some fight talk. Leo's probably got a few words for him to say in Swedish. No, okay, no, Leo has no words to say for him in Swedish. So yeah, like Zipan, he's got a little fight talk in him there. Like some of it, I know he goes to the gym, but we're gonna have to pipe him down in the server. I feel like.
Thank you. Next question from Declan at the Cerdo.
Yeah, hi. This question is for Durka. So yesterday on Twitter, you interacted with that tweet from Fion saying that Asuna was the king of Icebox. You think after that game, you're now the king of Icebox?
Now?
I don't know. I've been saying this like for a year when everybody was tweeting about him. It's like I haven't like lost many iceboxes. Always done good. Played it since like first day of icebox and like, of course the king. But yeah, I mean, I think it was like obvious almost for everyone else except him.
He's not the king. He's the blooming god.
Like, who has Asuna beat on LAN on Icebox?
No one.
All right, next question goes to MGG Aleo.
Hello guys, and congrats for your wins. My question is for both Chronicle and Leo. So this is your first big competition with Fnatic, if we exclude the Superdomes. So are you expecting to do that good with the new team?
Leo, you're first. Expectations. Yeah, we're preparing every game to win, and yeah, we're showing our potential we have, and yeah, it's been going good so far. Agree.
Oh, nice, boys. That's one word, one sentence for the lad.
This is what
I mean, what can I say more? Like, we have a really great team play synergy right now. Our expectations are very well completed right now, I think, and we just need to continue, and that's it.
That's better.
Thank you. Next question from Rohan Esports GG.
Hello, guys. Congrats on the win. This question is for Boaster. What's the connection between your headband and your performance? But on a more serious note, it's like, what's been the reason for your success? Like roster changes or a change in strategy or something, etc.
So the reason for my headband is like keeps the hair off your forehead, so then heat can escape, and then it just keeps you cool when I got a little fan on my desk that kind of blows into me, so it's quite nice. As for the reason for our success, I think it's just a kind of build up from the losses and our like past events, and each event like we get stronger and stronger, whether that's with roster changes or just tactically. Like we see the flaws in our tactics when we go to these events and we're in high stress scenarios. So we not only did we kind of fix up some of our overall tactics and gameplay and style, we've also added to super legendary players who are obviously popping heads and making big rounds for us that sometimes may not have been made in previous rosters. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of that, like my past teams have been good, but this one takes the cherry on the top.
Thank you. Next question from Arnab.
Hi guys, congratulations on the win. First of all, my question is for Coach Mini. Yesterday when we had a chat, you said that the game will be close one, and on the surface level, you expected the map picks to go same way. After the match, what are your initial thoughts? How the game went, and did it went as expected? As you guys expected, or there was some changes, surprises for you guys?
I thought I answered the question yesterday saying that I thought they were shaky. And unless they kind of showed their highest form, that we would just win if they played like that. And I don't know how they played today because I haven't watched the VOD. I was just watching our perspective, but I mean, they clearly weren't 110%. It didn't feel like too difficult. The Icebox defense was a little bit more difficult, I guess. Attack was a bit more difficult, but yeah, I think I didn't expect it to go that well. Obviously thought we would win. I think that they picked Fracture into us, which was a mistake. Obviously.
Thank you and best of luck for game against Navi.
Thank you. Next question for Rohan Esports GG.
This question is for Durka. Boaster mentioned in a previous, I think, a press conference that this was the most relaxed he's ever been on a team in Fnatic. You've always been a superstar on Fnatic, but do you feel like there's less responsibility on you with this version of Fnatic this year?
No, I don't think it's about like feeling less responsible or anything. I feel like I've kind of came with like different mindsets and preparations from my like side, and just like gotten a lot of experience from previous lands and just trying my best now. I don't think it's like too much about like feeling responsible or not, because I'm just trying to do my job basically.
Thank you.
Next question from MGG Leo.
So my question is for Alfie this time. In the other part of the bracket, the EMA teams did not go far. So seeing that, in your perspective, did it give you like more motivation or more stress to do better?
So the EMEA teams in the top bracket did go very far. So having seen them all be eliminated, did that make you feel more pressure to do well?
We played like 6 times with Navi, I guess, and I will play Comfort with them. This is Ipan said we beat them on official, but we beat already 5 times. What are you talking about, this guy?
Nice fight, Top, but you didn't answer the question, but we're allowed that one.
I mean, if I'll take it, like we didn't feel any pressure at all. We knew that the bottom side of the bracket was the more stacked version of the bracket, and to be honest, we don't really care about the other European teams. Like, we're just playing for ourselves. Even though the reward is for EMEA, like I don't really care. Like, it's Fnatic only. I don't care about the other teams.
Thank you. And final question from Arnab.
My question is for Chronicle. Yesterday we saw you complain about the sound or the in-game sounds which you were causing. So we saw you guys losing one round. Was this some you guys didn't hear the spike getting diffused, or was there some miscommunication which was happening in the icebox?
Who was it for, the question?
Chronicle.
Chronicle.
Can you repeat it one more on the?
I'll repeat.
yeah,
So you know that round on Icebox on A?
Mhm.
When I got the plant down, but the Killjoy ulted us, but I tanked the plant and then I tanked the OT, and then they just flooded in and got on the bomb. Could you hear that they were on the bomb?
Yeah. I hear that, and I tried to wallbang it, but it was on Nico. I don't remember.
You had a classic.
Maybe I had a classic. I tried to wallbang it, but it was no point because I think there was a wall, and I can't do anything at all.
Yeah, so we did hear it, and I was saying they're on the bomb. Can anyone do anything? I'm detained. But yeah, we couldn't do anything.
The sign was better today because there was less crowd. Like, the crowd was insane for the Fury game, so we didn't really hear it.
Also, on this round, I tried to jump Heaven. I didn't jump very well. It was my fault in this round. If I jump to Heaven, we win this round.
You need to get your character on a diet, mate. No joke.
All right,
Thank
we
you
have-
again, and best of luck for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have a question in the room.
Hello. Oh, well, I'm Duda Tajer from Ponto Zero, and I wanted to ask Leo that this was your first time on stage, and I wanted to know if you feel like the pressure from the public, and how was it for you, this experience?
It was great not playing in the isolation room. I don't think there was any more pressure. There was more excitement to go out there and play. a lot more fun, and yeah, it went great.
Okay, that concludes our press conference today. Thank you very much, Fnatic, and congratulations.